Being on a budget most often means you have to find the best deals and make the most of the devices you already own, and that's exactly where this little guy comes in. Whether using a laptop, a mini PC, your phone, or even a gaming handheld, a USB C dock like this can completely transform your setup without spending a fortune. But before we get started, I do want to mention that WaveLink sent this unit over for review. As always, no money exchanged hands, and the opinions shared in this video are entirely my own. Straight out of the box, we have the docking station itself, a quick start guide, some safety information, and a leaflet showing you where to download the necessary drivers. Taking a closer look at the unit, everything connects over a single USB-C cable, making it really easy to use with compatible laptops, mini PC, and mobile devices. On this side, we have the USB-C power delivery input supporting up to 100 watts, followed by two HDMI outputs capable of delivering up to 4K at 60 Hz. And if you're looking to build a dual monitor setup for work, studying, editing videos, or just everyday productivity, that's definitely a nice feature to have. Moving around to other side, we have two USB-C data ports, one USB-A port, full-size SD and microSD card readers, a 3.5mm audio jack, and Gigabit Ethernet. Considering how compact this dock is, I'd say it offers a really generous selection of ports. So yeah, using this docking station, you can easily achieve a dual monitor setup. Personally, I like having one monitor in portrait mode and the other one in landscape mode, especially when editing videos or writing scripts. Wavelink provides all the necessary drivers on their website, so installation is really straightforward. Simply head over to their driver download page, search for your model, download the installer, and follow the on screen instructions. The whole process only takes a couple of minutes, and after a quick restart, I was up and running with both displays. Now, Wavelink mentions on their website that this dock works with Windows, Linux, and Android, so naturally I wanted to put that to the test. First up was my Odin 2 portal, and to my surprise, both HDMI outputs became active. Obviously, the display is mirrored rather than extended, which is expected on Android, but everything worked perfectly during my testing. So if you simply want to connect your handheld to a bigger display while also adding USB devices, Ethernet or external storage, this dock handle it without any issues. Now most Android smartphones, tablets and handhelds will only output a mirror display, so don't expect a dual extended desktop experience. That being said, I also tested Samsung DeX using my Galaxy S22 Ultra, and everything worked exactly as expected. Samsung DeX remains one of the best desktop experience available on Android, and this dock gives you access to a keyboard, mouse, Ethernet, and external storage, all through a single USB-C connection. For anyone already using DeX, this is a really nice setup. Next up, I wanted to test the Steam Deck. Unfortunately, this was the only device that gave me a few problems. I could only get one external monitor working properly. The second display would briefly come on before losing signal again. I double checked all my cables and connections, and since the exact same setup worked perfectly on Windows, I think this is more likely a compatibility issue with Steam OS rather than a fault with the dock itself. Hopefully, that's something that can be improved with future software updates. Now, when it comes to pricing, you currently find this dock on Amazon for around $39.99, which I actually think is pretty competitive considering everything it offers. You get dual HDMI outputs, USB expansion, Ethernet, SD card readers, audio, and power delivery, all packed into a compact design that's easy to carry around. Overall, I came away quite impressed. It worked really well with Windows, Samsung DeX, and my Android handhelds, while Steam Deck users should be aware that dual monitor support may vary depending on software compatibility. If you're interested in checking out yourself, I've left some links down in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.